Well, there you are.
Yeah, I was just chatting to Luke's outside. Chatting to him.
Say it again?
Luke's outside. I was just chatting to him.
Luke. Ooh.
Luke Clark.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
How's your leg healing up? You feeling better?
I feel a lot better, yeah.
Jaws coming in nice and clean?
Sorry, second?
Jaws coming in nice and sturdy?
Yeah. I mean, just a couple more days and it'll be, there's going to be scarring, but it's going to be pretty good.
Make sure you're shouting.
Yep.
Alright, cool. Alright, so this is just more of a follow-up. Just to see how you're, mending and everything.
Okay.
Alright. Gotta go through a few, standard protocol questions. Have you been having any headaches these past 3 days?
Probably after the first day you spoke to me a little bit, but nothing since then.
Alright, lightheadedness? Dizziness?
Nope.
Nausea?
Nope.
Alright. Good. It sounds like maybe the brain swelling has definitely gone down and resided, so that's probably good. You can most likely stop those,
Blood thinners.
yes.
Okay.
I was thinking like anti-inflammatory medication for some reason. I was like, no, that's not what I prescribed. You can stop the blood thinners for now.
Okay.
It should have reduced the bleeding and the swelling, so you should be back to normal. I would recommend a follow-up MRI at the Parsons whenever you get the next chance.
Okay.
Just to make sure. But that should have healed properly by now. Have you had to take the anti-anxiety medication at all?
Once or twice.
Once or
I haven't
twice?
today.
Okay.
But once or twice I have had to take them, yeah.
So when you did take them, how did you feel? Or like what was explain to me what made you think that you needed to take.
Well, one of the times it was Veronica came to ask me, she was asking questions about exactly what had happened and specifics about my injuries and stuff, and it just, it all got a bit much. That was, I think, later on after you'd already, spoken to me here. So that was that same day,
Okay.
and then the next day I got some very frantic text from someone that was actually unrelated to everything, but it just kind of put me on edge,
What about the frantic text made you on edge? If you don't mind
Let me,
sharing.
yeah, let me have a look. It was about somebody that was saying that they were worried they were being followed by somebody, and I basically just told them to call the police. But the whole thing just kind of got to be, and obviously me being kind of stuck here as well. And I'm thinking I can't go. Normally I would go and meet them and make sure they were safe, but I couldn't because I was here and stuff. So it was just, I don't know. I just felt better taking the pill and just,
Nope, that's understandable. That's why it's there. It's to help reduce anxiety. All right. You've been eating and drinking well?
I have, and it's much easier to do so now with, some healing sorted out.
Okay. Have you been good with your physical therapy sessions?
I have. I've been doing a lot of the swimming out there, the swimming courses they do, and just yoga out the back as well. It's been kind of a bit of a godsend.
All right. Have you spoken to anyone about the specifics of your kidnapping yet? Or the incident around your trauma?
Yes, Veronica.
Yeah. Do you feel that you have expressed how you felt properly and adequately?
There's probably more there to go, but
Okay.
it was more like a police, questioning kind of thing rather than a deep down, how did this make me feel kind of thing. But
All right.
I feel like I'm probably in the place where I could.
Well, do you want to do that with me, or would you prefer to do it with one of your friends?
It's probably something I'd prefer to talk to with a close friend.
Okay. All right. As long as you feel that you can.
I think I can now. I think.
Do you mind me? Do you think I can at least ask who, so I can actually follow up with them and say, I just want to know that the conversation took place.
I mean, maybe Luke outside. He's a good friend, and again, Veronica. Luke? Yeah.
All right. Well, which of the two do you think you would tell first?
It's probably gonna be Veronica because she's gonna ask me about it anyway, so I might as well. And she's she's good. She's a good friend. She'll understand.
When you're talking about it, I want you to try to focus on how you felt. rather than the very specifics, right? Because I know as
Okay.
police, you know, we tend to be very objective based, but here, you know, for your healing, and to, you know, kind of get over this trauma, I really recommend focusing on how you felt during out the entire process. If you're scared, it's okay to say you're scared, especially if you feared for your life. And I just want you to try to talk as much as you can, even if it doesn't make sense. Even if you're like, I don't know, I felt like it was like this, but wasn't like this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right?
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. I just want you to not keep anything bottled in. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Hmm. This one isn't really too important, but it's more for my curiosity. Have you still been making contact with Emmerich Fogg? Emmerich
Yeah,
Fogg. Sorry.
yes,
Sounded kind of like I said frog.
yeah, yes, I have.
All right. And have it been friendly terms so far, or has it been still more of that back and forth confusion that it was before?
It's been friendly.
Yeah. And you're kind of
Yeah.
keenly aware of how it's going and everything. You're not. I'm not trying to say you're not being manipulated. You're not um falsely expecting the relationship to go one way and it's just not being perceived that way or whatever.
No, it's been
Like
very
it's
friendly, and I think that Emmett understands that what you know. It all. I'd say it's friendly, and it is friendly on both sides now.
okay.
There's an understanding there.
Okay, as long as there's an understanding, that's good. Okay. Well, it looks like your time at Parsons was pretty successful. Um, just one more thing I gotta ask before you go. Because like I said, most people that do go through these experiences do tend to develop some sort of PTSD. During your 3 days, did you feel that you exhibited any of the 17 symptoms that we spoke about?
Yes, yeah, I did.
All right. Were you able to identify any triggers?
Um, hmm. I suppose yes.
You don't have to tell me what they are. So
Yeah, no,
I just,
I think I think there's some, there's things I know that I need to avoid, little things,
okay.
but
All right.
I also feel that I was able to, the when this did happen, didn't get away from me. I was able to kind of ground myself and understand what was going on and know when to take
Mhm.
myself out of the situation.
Okay. That's good. All right. Well, for now, avoidance is going to be crucial to your healing. So avoid those triggers for now. But when you feel that you are at a mentally competent level to try to retackle them, don't be afraid to. Right? Because right now it's still going to be pretty fresh. You're still going to have those vivid flashbacks of the incident. But there will come a time. It could be a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, or never. But there will come a time eventually that you think that you'll be ready to move on from this experience. And my recommendation then is to, you know, always have a trusted friend by you as you're going through it. You know, never good to go through things alone. And just, you know, be brave. Brave isn't the lack of courage, but to stand against your fears while still
I
scared.
understand. Yeah,
All right?
but you can't be brave unless you're scared of something, can you?
Exactly. Just called recklessness if you're just, you know, doing whatever. Um, but yeah, no, that's gonna conclude our sessions. I am gonna give you you know, let you keep those anti-anxiety medications. Just in case you do feel the rise needs where where you need one. You can
Okay,
have it on standby.
I appreciate
Um,
that.
I'm only
It'll
gonna
be
give you
good to have an
12
arsenal.
capsules so you don't like have the accidental possibility of overdosing.
Understood.
If you need more, you can come by Pillbox or just shoot me a text and I'll write you up a prescription and you can go grab some from Pillbox. Um, but yeah, it's just because, you know, like, you know, anti-anxiety medications, unfortunately, do have the likelihood of being overused, which is why it needs to be strictly monitored.
Understood.
You know. Um, Other than that, I would say you're free to go. It looks like you're rehabilitating pretty nicely and that you understand what your limits are, which is it's a very good stepping stone. Um, that being said,
Great.
if you do feel like you need any other sessions or you just want to talk to me about anything, don't hesitate to reach out. You have my number.
I do.
We can always set up something either through text or through emails or in person. I do recommend you probably take the rest of the week off if you want. Um, you just go around, explore the city, have fun, and try to find things you can do, hang out with your friends. And then probably you could probably return to work by, I would say, Friday maybe, if you wanted
Okay.
to. But like I said, with the +1 recommendation for.
Yeah, I understand that. I did mention that to Mark, Mark Winslow, and said that what you said on your first uh,
Hmm.
session, that if and when I did come back, I would need a +1 for the first week.
Yep. And then it would be up to their discretion at that point.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
But yeah, here you go. I'm just gonna hand you a description.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Description. Um, but yeah, we thank you for your time here, Mr. Jefferson. And if you ever need anything, please do not hesitate. Doors to Parson are always open to those who have a need.
No, I really appreciate it. Everything you've done. It's really I think it's been a big help. I think I would have struggled to deal with this on my own.
Well, that's why we're here to help. Even if it feels a little forceful at times.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, if I was in the right mindset to check myself in here, then I wouldn't need to be here. If you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Sometimes you need a push to do the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get you out of here. Get your papers discharged. Date the local staff.
Hmm. Um, are you gonna send like a copy of your recommendation over to Patrol Command?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna say that you can return at your own discretion.
But that you
Um,
recommend Friday.
I recommend Friday, and that you always have a +1 for the first week.
Okay.
All right, so here's your receipt of your stay at Parsons, as well as your aftercare instructions. And
Okay.
then here's also a book on how to um, deal with anxiety. It's essentially little tips and tricks that you can use to kind of ground yourself. There's some yoga meditations, some other odd ones that have worked for other people. Different strategies. Just see whichever one sticks with you.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, you are free to go, Mr. Jefferson. Thank you so much for your time here.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming down and helping me through this.
Good 98,
Right. Let's see if
5.
Luke's still there.
Discharge. Parson. Mentally cognitive. Meow.